Till now I drove, let's say, the more conservative versions of the new C-Class, but from now on I will have more fun because now I'm starting with the AMG. In principle, we do find inside of the C43 AMG the same new stuff that we do already know from the new C-Class, but there are some add-ons because we're talking about an AMG. The first thing is we do have the AMG Sport steering wheel inside of the car, but I think more important is there is a special mode, a super sports mode for the AMG full digital cockpit, and within that one the ref meter is the central point of it and is surrounded by driving data, so that really provides you with the information that you may want to have if you want to drive the car a bit more sporty. The V6 3-liter engine of the C43 AMG delivers 390 horsepower, which is, by the way, 23 more than with the predecessor, and on top of it a maximum torque of up to 520 Newton meters. The extra power comes from a bigger turbocharger. That's the most important bit. That is combined with a 9-speed automatic gearbox, which now shifts even quicker than with the predecessor. And very important with this car is the power distribution, because we do have 69% to the rear axle and only 31% to the front axle, and that gives you that typical driving performance and driving style of an AMG. Of course, the exterior design of the AMG model looks a bit different to the standard C-Class. When you look at the front, you now find a new grille, which normally features only the V8 models, but this car is a V6. On top of this, we do have a different bumper, a lot more sporty, with a different spoiler and larger air intakes at the car as well. But the big change is at the rear of the car, because in the past we have had two big pipes which were split in half, but now we do have two double pipes, which means 4 really nicely pipes at the rear, and that really makes the car stand on the road quite solidly.
In addition to the T model and the Coupe that I tested, the convertible and the sedan were also given the facelift.
Of course, the AMG model offers different drive modes as the standard C-Class, but there is a bit of a difference in here, because when you change from, let's say, comfort to sport or to sport plus, you can really feel every single step. There is a big step inside of these different levels, and that doesn't only mean that you feel the steering is a bit more stiff or the suspension is a bit more stiff. You can really feel the whole car is changing its behavior, and this is something which I really like, because that car delivers you from comfort to super sport and extra crisp the whole range.
AMG indicates the consumption of the C43 with 9.8 liters per 100 kilometers. Despite some fairly fast driving, our average fuel consumption was around 11.5 liters.
One thing that I don't like so much with the AMG are the seats. No misunderstanding, I absolutely love the seat itself because it gives you a lot of comfort and a lot of support on the other hand. But what you can't do is you can't do the seat as upright as with a standard model. And this is something which I really like while driving. So there I have to say, this is not perfect.
The 156 horsepower C-Class base model C180 costs just over 37,000 euros in Germany. For comparison, the Audi A4 2-liter TFSI Ultra with its 190 horsepower petrol engine starts at 36,800 euros. And a BMW 318i with its 156 horsepower is available from 33,400 euros.
That was my first test drive with the brand new Mercedes C-Class. What I can say now is that car is what you expect from a C-Class, but a bit more modern regarding to the architecture of the car, especially when we talk about the infotainment and when we talk about the driver safety and assistance systems, because they are now at the level of the new S-Class. What I really like is the variety and range of the engines, because you can have a very small engine, very fuel efficient, up to the top version, the C43 AMG at the moment. If you want to buy one of those, they start a bit above 42,000 euros, but if you want to have the top version, you have to take about 20,000 euros more into account.